What inspired you to get into boxing?
Um, Boxing's kind of the only sport I really ever loved. Like I used to like Michael Jordan and stuff when I was a kid, but I grew up with a house full of off the boat Irish guys, and they were all huge Mike Tyson fans. So I remember as a little kid, they would wake me up, bring me downstairs in my pajamas to watch Mike Tyson. So that's always been my main interest in sports.
And how did your experiences as a street fighter and bricklayer influence your boxing career and mindset?
I guess it helped me out. I had a lot of fights in front of crowds on the street. Not saying it's a good thing, but my first time in the ring, it wasn't my first time fighting in front of a big crowd. So that kind of
So
helped me
you
out a little
weren't
bit.
nervous when you went
No,
into
you're
that fight?
nervous. You're always nervous. You it takes a long, long time to not be nervous. But and then on the other end, when you get to the point where you're not nervous at all anymore, that's not a good thing. You want to be just the right amount of nervous. You know. And with the bricklaying thing, I guess give me strong forearms or something, give me a hard punch.
And tell me, what was your favorite part about training and least favorite part about training?
My favorite part of training, I love sparring. Everything else I didn't really care for too much. I hated running, and I really, really hated cutting weight. That's what kind of got me at the end. I feel. But if I could just go spar every day, I would do it now still for fun.
Yeah. And tell me when you fought my brother in the 2008 Golden Gloves.
That was legendary time, man. I remember your brother. He used to spar with Lefty, who was a 140 pounder in my gym. And then we all used to meet up in Westbury. I remember showing up at Westbury, and your brother was huge. I'm like, that's the kid who used to spar with Lefty? I said, yeah, they say he's 178 now. So I'm like, oh shit, all right. And we sparred that day actually. And he was with Murph at the time. And Murph will tell you this story. We sparred and it was like two pit bulls going at it. We sparred for one round, and then we both had bloody noses. And Murph called us, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. He was like, you guys will see each other in the Golden Gloves. Yeah. So we remember the first night was at Missouri. We both fought. We both knocked somebody out. We moved on. We both fought the count. I don't know if they kept us apart on purpose or not, but it worked out perfect. And we met in the finals with a great fight.
Yeah, it was a battle. I watched it yesterday. I rewatched it. It was a great fight. It was a battle between you guys.
Yeah.
And what lessons did you learn from your losses?
From my losses, I learned that I didn't want to lose again. So it made me get back in the gym and train harder than ever. You know, you don't always learn an exact lesson every time you lose. You just try harder the next time. Try harder in training camp, really.
Yeah.
Try to tighten up any mistakes that you might have made.
Yeah, try and get better each time. Like, say if you have a loss, you just try and get better after that loss.
Yeah, and like sometimes, after you lose, like I remember my first loss as a pro when I lost to Marcus Brown. The fight just happened so fast. I wasn't even warmed up. And I remember as soon as the fight was over, we were walking back. I didn't even have a mark on me. I remember walking back to the locker room. I was like, I swear to God, if you do that again right now, it wouldn't go like that again. Let's just do it again. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just happens too fast. You got to be ready when the moment comes.
Yeah. And tell me, what advice would you give to up and coming fighters?
I'd say the most important thing you could do is first get with a good coach, because they can teach you tricks, like little shortcuts that would take you a lifetime to figure out on your own. You gotta really have a guy who can teach you the right way to do things, because you could be as tough as you want to be, you could try as hard as you want, but if someone has more tricks in their bag than you, they're gonna beat you. So you need someone to show you all those little tricks.
Yeah, you had Coach Higgins. Yeah, he's actually currently training me right now. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. You're in the right place. Huh? He gets all the best sparring. That's another huge important.
Yeah, they just went the champs the other day.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Joe was the president. When I first started, Joe had just retired from being the president of Metro, so he knew everybody, and he would call over every gym from Brooklyn, from the Bronx, all the toughest guys. Murph's guys from Suffolk. They would all come and meet up. We'd have these huge sparring sessions, and that's where you get all the experience.
Tell me about the wars you had with my brother in the gym.
Oh man, that kid hit so hard, man. We were cool with each other, but you always were kind of not cool with each other because we were, in the same weight class, and we knew we were gonna fight each other eventually. And we just always went at it. Sometimes it was very very close most times.
Mm.
And I remember that there was a point where we thought we were going to fight in the pros. We stopped sparring each other for a while, and then we started sparring again. It was a long, long road with him. I got a long history with Joe. But it was one of the hardest punches I've ever seen.
Yeah, he hits hard.
Yes, he does.
Mm. And now that you're retired, what does a normal day look like for you?
I'm chilling, man. I ended up doing really well. I made some money. I walked away from boxing with my brains. I got a nice job that I probably wouldn't have gotten if I, didn't get a little reputation as a boxer. And I'm happy. Got a beautiful family. I'm financially doing good, so it's cool, man.
What is the most amount of money you made off of a fight?
A couple $100,000. I never made big money. I never fought. I never got to fight for a world title. But I made almost 3 one time. That was cool. And I'm smart with money. I don't like spending money on stuff, so I did the right thing with it.
And who's your favorite fighter?
Ever or like right now?
Ever, yeah.
Mike Tyson would probably be my favorite fighter ever.
And who right now? Who do you think too?
Probably Crawford. I know he had a big win last week.
Yeah.
When I was with Top Rank for years, I fought in Terence Crawford's undercard like 3 or 4 times. I actually went to Omaha and fought on his undercard in his hometown, and I got to see him up close and personal. And it's not just a technique thing with him. That kid's a dog. When you see it in his eyes, like he'd rather die in that ring than lose.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, one of the best. Great. There's not really that much you can say bad about him. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah,
good.
I watched that fight. If it wasn't the 2 guys that it was, if it was 2 regular guys who fought like that, wouldn't be the most exciting fight of all time. But just the stakes were so high because of who it was. But he stood in there and he traded with Canelo. I thought he was gonna have to run the whole time, but he sat there and he threw bombs with him, and it didn't, even when he got caught, it didn't seem to bother him.
And who do you?
No, go ahead.
Oh, and who do you believe is the greatest fighter to ever live?
Of all time, they say Sugar Ray Robinson is what the common consensus is. A lot of old school guys like that. Got to give Muhammad Ali his respect.
Yeah, definitely.
I love Marvin Hagler. He was my dad's favorite fighter. So there's so many. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say Floyd Mayweather is. I know he retired 15-0 and he's probably the hardest guy to land a clean shot on. But he's not my favorite guy.
Yeah, I don't believe he is, because look at Crawford. He's 42-0, right? 42.
Yeah.
And I say he's better than Floyd. He beats Floyd, I say, all day.
I think so too, man.
And tell me, what do you think about the event today?
I think it's cool. Boom Boom Mancini commentated on one of my fights I had one time years ago. So I haven't seen him since then. But he was another guy that I came up watching. He was a little bit before my time, but I remember my dad speaking very highly of him. And he's a tough dude. So it should be a cool event. And I think I'm getting the Bobby Cassidy Award, which is great too.
Yeah, they are giving it to you.
Bobby's like a local legend also around Long Island. Really tough guy.
Those are all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else you would like to say?
That's it, man. It's a pleasure to meet you, bro. Your brother's a tough dude.
Actually, I remember when I met you, it was at the weigh-ins. You weighed in, and my brother said to you, "I bet you can't wait to drink that after the weigh-in."
Which one? Which fight?
I believe it was the Bivol undercard. It was Johnson, right?
Oh yeah. We both fought the same night.
Yeah. That was funny when he said that too.
Yeah, I remember seeing Joe walking around the casino looking like a zombie. Joe's a big guy. To make 175 was killing both of us. But Joe's even bigger than me. So I remember seeing him walking around the casino. I was like, damn, is he gonna make it?
Yeah, he walks around now at like 220.
Yeah, I'm not that far off myself.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for the interview.
You got it, kid.